if I forget to record this session, please let me know, right? Record කරන්න, right? Okay. So we are talking about the question 10, and I'm going to draw the Venn diagram for this one. It is two set question. This is the number of the set people like thin crust, right? And this is a set of people who like thick crust, right? So we have to find the number of people in this universal set. According to the given question data, it is given that 220 people like thin crust and 270 people like thick crust. As well, they have given 70 like both of these two, thin and thick crust, and 50 people do not like pizza at all. Pizza වලට කොහොමද කැමති නැති අය 50ක් ඉන්නවා කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා. So you can allocate the number of people for each area for this one, and you know that from 220 you have to subtract this intersection area to find the number of people who like thin crust only. So it becomes 150, and to find the people who belongs to this area, that is the people who like thick crust only, we have to subtract this 70 from 270 here, so there should be 200 people in this area. And first we have to in the question we have to find the total cost of the survey. That means here we are considering only the cost they paid for the people who interviewed. So so before finding the cost, we have to find the total number of people who participate this survey. So the total number of people who participate this survey so we have to add all people in these areas. So you know that this circle belongs to 120, and we have to add this 200 for this one as well. We have to add this 50 as well, because they know that they are interviewed. They have this 50 also participated for the survey, and at this survey they have revealed they are not like pizza at all, right? So we have to take this summation, so it gives you 470. So to find the cost of this survey, right, to find the total cost of this survey, we have to multiply this number of people by $0.75, because for each person they paid $0.75. So the answer is this, for this one is $352.5 here. So this is the very easy question. The thing is, you have to understand the question first and construct your solution according to this. Okay, then we will go for our next question, 11th question. Are there any questions here? Go through the questions quickly, and if you have any question, you can ask. At least drop a text in the chat box, and actually this should be like a discussion, right? This tutorial session is not like lecture. It should be a discussion. You have to give your ideas and objections, right? So please communicate with me, then it will be a very interesting tutorial session. Okay, then question number 11 is from combinations and permutations. Here the question is asking that how many ways can the numbers 7, 8, and 9 be arranged using each number once, and they are given that write out all the permutations of 7, 8, and 9. Right, so I just recall your memory about permutations and combinations. I think in the lecture note also, Madam used a very interesting examples to describe the permutations and combinations. You know that here the combinations means actually these two combinations as well as permutations are some arrangements. Arrangements combinations permutations we are telling two names like Sankarana saha Samyojana, right? So the combination is like a fruit salad, because in a fruit salad, this is the same example which Madam used in the lecture. Fruit salad is when you are preparing a fruit salad, we put banana, pineapple, mangoes all together, right? Without any order, we mix all fruits together. So this is like a combination, right? එතකොට ඒ වගේ එකකට තමයි අපි combination එකක් කියන්නේ. කියන්නේ අපේ ඒ combination එකක් ගැනදී ඒ arrange combination එකකදී arrangements කරද්දී අපි order එක ගණන් ගන්නේ නැහැ. Order does not matter for this one. And permutation is like a password, right? So when you know that if you have a password when you are logging to your laptop or computer, there is a password. But if you change some two positions of the digits, you can't log to your computer. That means the order is matters in this password, right? That it is, so we tell that like we can say password is like a permutation, right? එතකොට අපි කියන permutation එකක් කියන්නේ නිකන් password එකක් වගේ. password එකක අපි දන්නවා අපි computer එකක හරි මොකක් හරි password එකක් use කරනකොට ඒකේ අකුරු හරි ඉලක්කම් හරි තියෙන තැන් මාරු කළොත් එහෙම අපිට ඒ computer එකට log වෙන්න බෑරෙන්නේ නැහැ නේද? So it is like a permutation. That means in permutations we arrange some numbers or some objects with the order. So here in permutations order matters, right? එතකොට අපි order එකක් එක්ක යම් කිසි සකස් කිරීම කරනවා නම් arrangements කරනවා නම් අපි කියන එක permutation එකක් කියලා. Here in the question sometimes it may not given whether it is a permutation or a combination. According to the question you have to decide whether it is a combination or a permutation, right? Okay, then we see in this question whether first in these type of questions first you have to decide whether it is a permutation and a combination. This is the first thing, very first thing you have to check whether. And the second thing, repeatings are allowed or not. Sometimes in the question is given that repetitions are not allowed. You have to use some different formula to sort out this problem, right? Okay, we'll see this question first, and I will tell other things when I'm discussing this question. Okay, then how many ways can the numbers 7, 8, and 9 be arranged using each number once? Right, so you know that when you're arranging some question, here. Let me explain this one here. When you arrange 7, 8, and 9 like this, and you know that you change some position like 7, 9, and 8 here, you know that this is two different numbers. That means for this arrangement, order matters, right? Order එක බලපානවා. දැන් 789 798යි කියන්නේ ඉලක්කම් දෙකක් නේද? ඒක ඉලක්කම් දෙකක් විදිහට අපි ගන්නේ ඒ දෙක දැන් ඒ දෙකේ මේ ඉලක්කම් අතර ඕඩර් එක බලපාන නිසා. Right, if you take some team like mama ganna තුන්දෙනෙක්ගේ team එකක් Kalpana and Kavindya and Chaturanga, right? When you take this team, is there any order for this team? මේකට order එක බලපානවද මේ team එකට? දැන් Kavindya, Kalpana and Chaturanga කිව්වහමයි Chaturanga, Kavindya, Kalpana කිව්වත් එකමයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මාරුණා කියලා වෙනසක් නැහැ. නේද? ඒ team එකට වෙනසක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. That's like combinations. But here the order matters. That's why we consider this 789 and 798 as 2 digits. අපි numbers දෙකක් විදිහට සලකන්නේ මොකද? අපි ඒකේ order එක බලපාන නිසා. Right? So in the question you have to decide that it is a permutation, right? As well, in the question it is given that using each number once. අපි කියනවා question එකේ මේ නම් සකස් කිරීම වලදී මේ arrangements කරද්දී එක number එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන් එකපාරයි. That means the numbers cannot be repeated. Right? The numbers repeat කරන්න බෑ. Then 7 එකපාරක් use කළා we can't write a arrangement like 778. අපි එකපාරක් 7 use කළාට පස්සේ අපිට ආපහු පාරක් 7 use කරන්න බෑ කියන එක තමයි මේකෙන් කියන්නේ. Right? I don't know, I am describing this thing too much, right? මම දඩේ මම මේක වැඩිපුර විස්තර කරනවත් දන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට තේරුම් අරන් තියෙද්දි. Right? So we'll see how to get the answer for this one. Let me share the whiteboard, and you know that you have given a short note with combinations and permutations as well in your lecture note. Let me show this one for you. ඔයගලන්ට lecture note එකේදී දීලා තියෙනවා මේ combinations සහ permutations repeat වෙද්දී සහ repeat නොවන වෙලාවල් වලදී කොහොමද ගන්න කියන එක. formulas ටික එක slide එකක madam දාලා තියෙනවා මම දැක්කා. Sorry. Here, let me show you this slide for you. So when if you are what's happened here? Let me share this one first. Wait, it will take some time to open. Can you see the PDF file now?
No, ma'am. It's not true.
Okay, Prasad, thank you for the response. I like if you are talking with me because I don't I haven't ever seen one of you. ඔයගොල්ලෝ කාවත් දැකලත් නැහැ ඒ නිසා මම ආසයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ කතා කරනවා නම්. And wait, let me share again. Right, this one. So this is a short note, or the madam described the all formulas for permutation and combination when with repetitions and without repetitions. So here you know that we call this permutation formula as NPR and combination formula as NCR as well, right? So you can use one of these formulas to grab the solution for this one as well. You can there are two methods. You can use the formula and you can imagine what happens there and take the solution. Okay, we see the first method for this one. This is question 12. Here you know that we have 3 positions for these 3 numbers. Our n of this now, that means the number of objects in the question is 3 because we have 7, 8, and 9 here. Did you drop a message? What is Sandrina is asking? No, Sandrina. Now you're asking what's the PDF? It is your first lecture note. Can't you remember? Oh, Kayamadan does not collect. Right. Then she asked to study yourself. ඔයගලන්ට ඒක study කරන්න කිව්වද? No, Dinusha, it is the last part of the first lesson because you have already covered the second lesson, I think. ඔයගොල්ලෝ second lesson එකත් discuss කළා නේද මුල් ටික හරි? Prasad, are you there? These permutations and combination questions, this part is not discussed by Gaya Madam. Gaya Madam, combinations, permutations, let me show you the lecture note again. I think this is the last part of the first.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, Prasad. I think you are Prasad.
No.
I'm
madam,
sorry. Vishal,
okay,
yeah.
it's okay, madam. Gaya madam, it skip that part, and she told us we are going to cover it in statistic lectures.
Statistics lectures. Okay. Then did you cover this part in statistics subject?
No, madam. We didn't cover it still.
All right. Okay. Then actually, okay. I will. Then did you get my things that I explained up to now?
Yes, madam. It's clear.
All right. Okay. And I think the Gaya, thank you for your response, Visha. I think Gaya Madam have discussed these things. That's why I just recall your memory. Mama got a piece of it. Mama, Gaya Madam kalla tiyenne kiyala eka nisa. She says it's still do in maths too. Yeah, this part is not in your syllabus in last batch, right? කලින් අවුරුද්දට මේක තිබෙත් නැහැ. මේක අලුතෙන් ඇඩ් කරපු part එකක්. So yeah, you can cover the content from the statistics subject also. So I think I'm discussing these questions here, then you can get some idea about the these type of questions, right? And please is it necessary to do the explanations again? I explain කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේද? මම මෙච්චර වෙලා කියපු දේවල් ටික තේරුණා නේද? මම අර නිකන් උඩින් නිකන් පොඩ ටච් කරන් කියා විතරයි ඔයගලන්ට මම හිතුවා ඒක කරලා ඇති කියලා. Okay, then let me share the whiteboard. Is it clear that I have discussed up to now? But you don't know about the formulas, no? NCR and NPR, you are not familiar with these things, no? Someone drop the text. Prasad is saying yes. I think it's clear, but you are not familiar with the formulas here. Okay, I will go through the quick explanation about this one here. actually, you have the topic like combinations and permutations, right? Combinations and permutations, right? So this is two types of arrangements, right? අපි කියන මේ permutations නැත්නම් combinations කියලා ඒ කියන්නේ වර්ග දෙකක්, right? වර්ග දෙකක්, ඒ දෙකම arrangements වර්ග දෙකක්, right? අපිට යම් කිසි දැන් මේ වගේ questions බලන්නකෝ දැන් අපිට කියනවා right, let me share the tutorial again. So I think you can remember the tutorial questions here. Next slide. Then what's happening here? Wait. Right. So I will quickly discuss from here. Right. So it is given that we have to these are some two types of arrangements, permutations and combinations. The main difference, yes, darling Manshani, I'm going to describe the theorems here. So in this type of this is two types of arrangements. Sakas kirin කියලා අපි සිංහලෙන් කියනවා, and the Sinhala term for this combination is sankarana and permutation is සංයෝජන. That මම දෙපැත්ත මාරු කළා. This is called sankarana, this is called සංයෝජන combinations. And so the main difference of these two combinations and permutations means combination is like an fruit salad, right? I get the same example from Daya madam. It is like a fruit salad. That means the order does not matter for this one. The order does not matter, right? Order එක මේකදී අපි බලන්නේ නැහැ මේ සකස් කිරීම කරනකොට, right? And the permutations are just like password. දැන් අපි ගත්තත් පුතා password එකකදී අපිට order එක අනිවාර්යෙන් බලපානවා. Then when you give a password like 1 2 3 4, අපි 1 2 3 4 කියලා password එකක් දුන්නා කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. So when you are entering 1 3 2 4 like this way, you can't open your file or you can't open your device. No. එතකොට මේ password එකේ එක අකුරක් හරි වෙනස් කළත් අපිට password එකෙන් ඒක device එකට access වෙන්නේ නැහැ. නේද? So here that means order matters. Order එක බලපානවා මේ වගේ arrangements කරද්දී. So when you take some, we have some two formulas for these combinations and permutations, like NCR and NPR, right? So NCR means if there are some n number of objects, we can choose r number of selections here. Then අපිට කියනවා A B C D E කියන අකුරු ටික use කරලා අකුරු තුනේ වචන කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද? How many number of words can be formed? Three letter words can be formed by using A B C D E. අපිට අකුරු පහක් දීලා තියෙනවා. මේ අකුරු පහ use කරලා අකුරු තුනේ වචන කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා අහනවා. Right? එතකොට in this one, right? So this is called the number of objects in our question, right? Number of objects. We denote this one as n. And here we have to make 3 digits, 3-letter word from this one. That means our selections should be R. That means R equals 3 here and n equals 5 here. Here number of objects is calling like n. Number of selections are calling like R, right? So we are for taking, since it is a very small example, we can manually imagine and take some way also. Right, yes, but assume that the n is large like 100. අපි හිතමු අකුරු 100ක් විතර අකුරු digit 100ක් විතර දීලා අකුරු ඉලක්කම ඔක්කොම mix කරලා n අපේ c alphabet එකේ අකුරු 26යි තව එකේ ඉඳන් 100ට ඉලක්කමයි use කරලා යම්කිසි arrangements ප්‍රමාණයක් කරන්න කිව්වොත් අපිට ඒක manually ලියලිය ගන්න බෑ නේද? ඒකට තමයි අපිට මේ formulas දෙක තියෙන්නේ. So the formula for NCR is here. Let me show you the lecture note now. These are some formulas that we can use for these NCR and NPR. Then NPR, NCR formulas ටික තමයි මම අර lecture එකේ sorry, lecture note එකේ ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්වුවේ. Right, give me 1 second. Yeah, this one. So here now our two arrangements are divided into two groups, permutations and combinations. So these ones we are denoting, this is the symbol for permutations. We are use this symbol NPR. අපි මේක ලියන්නේ NPR මේ විදිහට, and there is a key to get these formulas at once from the calculator. මේ calculator එකෙන් මේ NPR NCR values එකපාරම ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right, actually these formulas are not very essential, right? මේ ඔක්කොම අපිට cal එකෙන් ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක නිසා මේ formulas ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් වැඩක් නැහැ. නමුත් you have to know that how to come these formulas are formed, right? So the number of combinations means we use this symbol NCR. Right, that means how many arrangements can do from n objects with r selections. Right, ඒක තමයි මේ කියන්නේ. So here with repeating and not without repeating, the formula can be changed. Right, that means I will use the same example. මම මේකෙදි use කරන්න same example එක. දැන් අපි කිව්වා අපේ question එක තමයි 7 8 9 කියන ඉලක්කම් තුන use කරලා හදන්න පුළුවන් එකිනෙකට වෙනස් arrangements ටික තමයි අපෙන් අහන්නේ. නේද? එතකොට අපි දන්නවා මේක first you have to check whether it is a permutation or a combination. Here you know that when you are arranging 7, 8 and 9 at once, then you can form another way 7, 9 and 8. You are using the same three numbers 7, 9, 8 ම use කරන්නේ. නමුත් අපි දන්නවා 789යි 798යි කියන්නේ ඉලක්කම් දෙකක්. නේද? එතකොට ඒකේ order එක බලපාන නිසා order එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන නිසා තමයි අපි ඒක permutations ගොඩට ගන්නෙ. ඒ වගේම question එකේ දීලා තියෙනවා එක සංඛ්‍යාවක් මේ 7 හරි 8 හරි 9 හරි එක පාරකට වැඩි use කරන්න බෑ. Right, in the question it is given that one of these three numbers cannot be using at once. එක පාරකට වැඩි use කරන්න බෑ. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ number එක repeat කරන්න බෑ. That means you can't form a word like 778. දැන් එක පාරක් 7 use කළාට පස්සේ අපිට ඒක 7 වලින් ගන්න බෑ. Shamila, what are you asking to that? Or you are giving some answer for my question? Shamila dropped a message, but I can't understand what he's telling. Oh, it's okay, Shamila. So here, so you know that that's the meaning of 778 of without repeating, right? But the question is given like you can't use numbers with repeatings. That means ekaparaකට වැඩිය you can use the number more than one time. That means you can get that 778, 799, 777 අපිට මේ numbers ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right, but here in the question, it is given that we have to use one number at once, right? So we have to use this formula to get this one, right? Here n means number of objects. That means according to our previous example, that means I'm telling you by using A, B, C, D, E letters, how many number of three letter words can be formed, right? එතකොට අපි කියනවා A, B, C, D. Let me delete this one. අපේ මම question එකක් කිව්වා A, B, C, D කියන අකුරු ටික use කරලා අකුරු පහක් use තියෙනවා. අකුරු පහ use කරලා කොහොමද ඉලක්කම් අකුරු තුනේ වචන හදන්නේ කියලා. So the number of selections becomes here are gives the idea number of selections, right? So we can apply, we can substitute our values for the formula, like our n is 5 factorial. I think the factorial notation is also familiar for you. Factorial notation එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරලා තියෙනවද පුතාලා? Please respond. Do you know about this factorial notation? මේ අර මොකද වැහි බිඳුව වගේ තියෙන එක? No matter. Oops. Okay, I will explain this one also, right? So here n minus r, that means here r is 3, right? N minus r means 5 minus 3 here. So 2 factorial is the answer. Here factorial notation means you have to take the factorial. Let me share the whiteboard. එතකොට factorial notation එක කියලා කියන්නේ please don't write on the screen. Right, so the answer for this one it is given like factorial, 5 factorial. It is the some mathematical symbol that we use to get this simplification. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. අපි එකේ ඉඳන් ඒ අදාළ නම්බර් එකට වෙනකම් වැඩි කරගෙන යන එකේ මේ අර්ථය තමයි this is the meaning of 5 factorial. So it's for some number when you take the n factorial. අපි n කියන එක්කෙනාගේ factorial එක කියන එක සැලකුවොත් commonly අපි generally මේ form එක සැලකුවොත් ඒ කියන්නේ n කියන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට ඕනේ number එකක් ඕනේ positive number එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Here n, right? So it is n into n minus 1 into n minus 2. Likewise, you have to go up to 1, right? So this is the meaning of factorial notation. And here, remember that the 0 factorial is also 1. මේක මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ. 0 factorial කියන එක 1 කියලා තමයි අපි සලකන්නේ. We consider 0 factorial as 1 because in the questions it should be used here, right? As well, in the calculator you can use the factorial notation with shift and the x inverse key. මෙතන ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඇති factorial in the second row if you have this type of calculator, right? මෙතන මේ x inverse කියලා තියෙන key එකක්. එතන ඒ key එක ඔයගලන්ට පේනවා ඇති එතන නම් එතන උඩ ලියලා තියෙනවා x factorial කියලා. එතකොට shift එකත් එක්ක ඒ key එක එපුවාම ඔයගලන්ට factorial values ගන්න පුළුවන් කැල් එකේ. Right? So if you want to take 5 factorial here, so you have to take 5 and press the shift, press this x inverse key with shift, right? So let me write the, if you take 1 factorial, it is 1, right? 2 factorial means 2 into 1, right? 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 1, right? 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. මේටිගේ වැඩි කිරීම, right? 1. Answer is 2. Here answer is 3 into 2 into 1, 6. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 12 and 24. And 5 factorial means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. එක වෙනකම් අර අඩු කර කර එකින් එක අඩු කර කර අපි ඒ සංඛ්‍යා දිහේ වැඩි කිරීම ගන්න එක තමයි factorial කියන්නේ. So when you take this one, 5 into 4 is 20, 20 into 3 60, 60 into 2 it is 120. This is the value for 5 factorial, right? So this is the way how we use factorial notation. So we use you know that we have 2 types of arrangements, combinations and permutations, right? So we have 2 different formulas for this combination and permutations here. So the formula for NCR combinations, NPR, I will write the formula for NPR here. So it is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, right? So this is the formula for permutations, right? And the combinations, formula for combination is, let me write here, n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial, right? So this is the 2 formulas for combinations and permutation without repetitions, right? Without repetitions. These 2 are for without repetitions. Then if the question is given that we can use some digits at more than at once, then you have to take with repetitions formula in the your lecture note, right? So here with repetitions we can use n to the power r, right? මම blue color එකෙන් ලියන්නේ repetitions එක අපිට combinations වල repetitions එක අපේ combination වල formula එක මම දන්නවා ඔයගලන්ට මේක ලොකුවට තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව ඇති මොකද lecture එකෙත් කරලා නැති නිසා. So there is another formula for this one. I can't remember the formula here. Please refer the lecture note, right? මම මෙතනින් බලලා කියන්න ඕන. Give me 1 second. Right. Here n plus r minus 1 factorial divided by r factorial n minus 1 factorial. This is the formulas for these 2. These blue color formulas are used when repeating is allowed in the question. Okay, we'll see how to take the we'll go for our question now. In the question they are asking by using 7, 8 and 9 words, how many 3-digit numbers can be formed, right? And here you know that our r is 3 here, as well our n is 3. You know that it is a permutation. In these type of questions you have to decide yes, Abhilasha, 0 factorial is 1. You can check whether with the calculator, right? Only factorial එකක් ගහලා බලන්න පුළුවන් කැල් එක use කරලා. So here you know that it is a permutation because I have already discussed that why we take this one as a permutation, because the order matters in this question. So here we can use NPR formulas. So you know that NPR refers n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. For according to this question, it is 3 factorial divided by 3 minus 3 factorial, because our n is also 3 and r is also 3. So it is 3 factorial divided by 0 factorial. You know that 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1 and 0 factorial means 1. So the answer for this one is 6. Right? Imagine that you don't know about formulas, these type of formulas. Combinations formulas in this situation also you can get the answer like thinking like this. You know that for this position how many numbers we can use. Then අපි යම් කිසි arrangement එකක් කරනකොට you know that we have 3 numbers for this position, right? Then when we allocate some number for this first position, how many numbers are remaining for our second position? අපි දැන් මේකේ repetitions කරන්න බෑ. දැන් අපි මේකේ arrangements කරනකොට අපි දන්නවා මේ position එකට අපිට ඉලක්කම් තුනක් තියෙනවා. 7 8 9 තුනම use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Yes, you are given the answer. Very good. 2. We have 2 numbers for this one because for this first position we have already allocated 1. අපි එකක් වෙන් කරලා ඉවරයි පළවෙනි අංකෙට. මොකද පළවෙනි පොසිෂන් එකට අපිට 7 8 9 තුනෙන් ඕනම එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම allocate කරලා දෙවෙනි පොසිෂන් එකට එනකොට අපිට තියෙන්නේ numbers දෙකයි. මොකද අපි හිතමු අපි 7 කියන එක මේකට allocate කළා කියලා. Right? So when you are coming to this second position we can't take this 7 again because repetitions are not allowed. So we have to consider only these 2 numbers, and after allocating this first and second 2 positions, when you are coming to the third position, how many numbers you have? You have only 1 number, right? So you can take the answer by multiplying these 3 numbers as well. ඔයගලන්ට මේ numbers තුන වැඩි කළත් answer එක 6 කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Here let me write down all the permutations here. මම මෙතන permutations ඔක්කොම ලියලා පෙන්නනවා. In the question is also it is given that to write all permutations. You know that now we can arrange these 7 8 and 9 numbers in 6 ways. දැන් අපිට මෙතන answer එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවානේ 6 කියලා. අපි බලමු මොනවාද මේ ආකාර 6 කියලා, right? Okay, here when we අපි මේක නිකන් order එකකට හදන්න ගියොත් we can write this one as 8 7 8 and 9. This is one arrangement, right? And without changing this 7 we can change this 9 and 8 also. It is one arrangement, right? This is 1, this is 2, and let's see what is the third arrangement, because we have 6 arrangement for this one. අපිට answer එක ආව arrangements 6ක් කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. Right? So this is first arrangement, this is second. It is starting from 7. Okay, then we will select some numbers starting from 8. Right? 8 වලින් start කළොත් අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් numbers දෙකක්. 879, and by changing this 7 and 9 we can write 897 also, right? And by starting from 9 we can write 2 numbers 978 as well. We can change these 2 numbers and form 987 also. Then these are the 6 arrangements which can form by using these 3 words. This is called permutations. තේරුණාද? එතකොට මේ වගේ එකක් තමයි අපි මේ combinations permutations කියලා. All right. Tarindu is asking that explain to how to use calculator. Okay, Tarindu, I will explain. Did you buy a calculator? ඔගොල්ලෝ calculator එක දැම්මම අරගෙනද තියෙන්නේ නැත්නම් තාම අරගත්තේ නැද්ද? All right. Yes, Dinusha, I will explain. I think Dinosha is asking to explain that how we get without formula. Formula එකෙන් නැතුව ගන්න විදිහ අයිති විස්තර කරන්න කියලා තියෙනවා. මම ඒක විස්තර කරන්නම් ආයි. Okay, let me explain it here. මම මෙතන විස්තර කළොත් you know that we have to form a 3-digit number. ඉලක්කම් තුනේ මේ වගේ arrangements ටික දැන් මම මෙතන permutations ටික ලියලාමත් තියෙනවා. දැන් 978 වලින් 789 වලින් හදන්න පුළුවන් words ටික. right? එතකොට අපි මේ එකිනෙකට වෙනස් විදිහට ගත්තේ මොකද දැන් මේක combination එකක් විදිහට සැලකුවා නම් මේ 6ම අපි සැලකන්නේ එකක් විදිහට. ඒ කියන්නේ order එක බලපාන්නේ නැත්නම් මේ 7 8 9න් හැදෙන ඉලක්කම් තුනක් නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. ඉලක්කම් 6ක්. right? එතකොට මේකේ order එක සැලකුවේ නැත්නම් මේ 6ෙන්ම කියවෙන්නේ එකයි. දැන් උදාහරණයක් විදිහට පුතා දැන් AP කියන අකුරු දෙක ගත්තොත් AB අකුරු දෙකේ අපි AB කිව්වත් එකයි BA කිව්වත් එකයි කියලා හිතුවොත් මේකේ order එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැත්නම් මේ දෙකම අපිට එකයි. නේද? නමුත් අපි කියනවා මේකේ order එක අපි බලනවා. එහෙමනම් AB කියන්නේ එකක් BA කියන්නේ එකක්. තේරුණාද? ඒක තමයි සරලම අදහස මේකේ. Okay, then we'll go for this question. Vinusha is asking how to get the formulas for how to get the answer without formula, right? So here you have to fill 3 digits here. ඔයගලන්ට මේකේ ඉලක්කම් පුරවන්න තියෙනවා 3ක්. හරිද? එතකොට අපි පළවෙනි මෙතන position එක සැලකුවොත් this is first position, this is second one and this is third one. When we considering this first position, you have 3 numbers. They are 7, 8 and 9. Right? 7, 8 and 9. And by filling these 2 numbers, right? අපි මේක ගත්තොත් දැන් මෙතෙන්ද එක number එකක් fill කළාට පස්සේ තමයි අපි ඊළඟ position එකට යන්නේ. මෙතෙන්ට යන්නේ. Right? Here when you are filling this position, second position, how many numbers are there? Assume that you can use this position 7, 8 or 9. If you allocate 7 here, now it goes with this 1 and 2 permutations here. May arrangements දෙක තමයි දැන් මම මේ විස්තර කරන්නේ. If you allocate 2 numbers, how many if you allocate 7 for this first position, you have 3 digits for this first position. ඔයාලට 7 use කරන්නත් පුළුවන්, මුලින්ම 8 use කරන්නත් පුළුවන්, 9 use කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. නේද? එතකොට මේ එකක් use කළා කියමුකෝ මොකක් හරි 7 හරි 8 හරි 9 හරි. ඒ use කළාට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ second position එකට යනකොට when you are going to this second position, you have only 2 digits because assume that you have already allocated 7 here. අපි මෙතන 7 allocate කළා තියෙනවා නම් we have only 2 numbers here, 8 and 9 විතරයි අපිට second position එකට තියෙන්නේ. Right? For this one we have 8 and 9. Right? Then take this one. Then you have allocated one of these 2 here. 8 hari 9 hari allocate kala. So assume that you allocate 8 here. But then if you are allocating 8, you have only one number for this position. තේරුණාද? ඔයගලන්ට එතකොට මෙතන 8 allocate කළාට පස්සේ ඔයගලන්ට ඊළඟ position එකට තියෙන්නේ කැමති වුණත් අකමැති වුණත් 9 විතරයි. නේද? ඔයගලන්ට 9 හැර වෙන ඉලක්කමක් මෙතෙන්ට allocate කරන්න බෑ. Right? So by taking these 6 permutations, you can get the idea very well. So we can take the answer by multiplying these choices, number of choices for this one. So it gives you the same answer 6. Right? Is it clear, Dinushana? Okay. I am asking what model of calculator. There are too many different models. Yeah. You have to take this. I think this is this is the latest model. This model is Casio FX 991 ES Plus. I will drop the text in the chat box. The type of the calculator, right? Calculator ke model එක දාන්නම් text එකක් fx 991 es give me 1 second. Right, now you can say this is the model of the calculator, right? Casio FX 991 ES Plus is the model of this calculator, right? So please buy a calculator if you can, or you can borrow from your some friend, right? But in the examination, each one have this calculator because you can't share in the examination, right? Exam එකේදී ඔයගලන්ට share කරන්න බැරි නිසා එක්කෙනාට calculator එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? I think that it is very useful for other subjects as well. Chemistry, physics, ඒවත් ඔයගලන්ට calculations තියෙනවානේ. එතකොට calculator එක අනිවාර්යෙන් ඕනේ. ඒක නිසා ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් හොඳයි. Right. Then and after taking this one, you have a catalog and you can operate, you can learn how to operate this one. FX100 means, that means our black color එකනේ පරණ එකද FX100 කියන්නේ නැත්නම් මීටත් වැඩි අලුත් එකක්ද? Actually, I brought this one very I think 2-3 years ago. පුතා මන් දන්නේ හිම මොඩල් එක මොකක්ද කියලා පොඩක් එක බලන්න මම පාවිච්චි කරන මොඩල් එක තමයි මේක. මේකේ තව ඇති තව අලුතෙන් ආපු මොඩල්ස් ඇති. නමුත් අර පරණ එකට වැඩිය කළු පාට එකට වැඩිය මේක හොඳයි. Right? So you can take the you can buy the calculator. Right, okay, then we'll discuss the next one here. අපි ඊළඟ ප්‍රශ්නය කතා කරමු. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට මේක තවත් තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. මොකද දැන් මෙතන තුනකින් අපි ගන්නෙ. Right, here we have some questions with more than the number of the objects and number of selections are different some questions. Okay, in the 12th question is given that how many 3-letter words can be made using the letters A, B, C, D, E and F. A, B, C, D, E, F කියන අකුරු ටික use කරලා කොහොමද අකුරු තුනේ වචන කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා අහනවා. If each letter can be used at most one. එකපාරයි use කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ repeat කරන්න බෑ. එක A, A, B එහෙම කියලා අකුරු හදන්න බෑ. Right, එතකොට දැන් ඔන්න ටිකක් මේක කලින් එකට වැඩිය complex. මොකද number of objects are higher than the previous one. ඉස්සෙල්ලා එකේ තිබුණේ 7-8 9 විතරනේ. එතකොට අපිට තිබුණේ objects 3යි. නමුත් මෙතන තියෙන objects 6ක්. A, B, C, D, E, F. Right, so we have to take then we can we'll see how to take the answer for this one. Okay, then right. Okay, here we have 6 objects A, B, C, D, E, F. That means we have n equals 6 objects here. Right. Then how many in the question it is asking to form 3-letter words. That means R equals 3 in our question. 3 selections can be made in our question. So Mudhu, please mute your mic. So then you know that it is also a permutation. Make a permutation එකක් වෙනවා. මොකද අපි හදන්නේ වචනදී, right? වචන හදද්දී ABC කිව්වොත් එක වචනයක්, ACB කිව්වොත් තව වචනයක්. නේද? මේ අකම අකුරු තුන තමයි use කරලා තියෙන්නේ. නමුත් අපිට different two words can be made by using the same ABC. Right? මම පළවෙනි අකුරු තුන තමයි ගත්තේ. Right, එතකොට අපි දාන්න අපිට first what's the first thing that we have to determine this type of question whether it is a permutation or a combination, right? So now we have decided that it is a permutation, right? Then in the question the second one is the repetitions are allowed or not. In the question it is given that repeatings are not allowed, so we have to use without repeating, right? And then when you take the formula for NPR, you know that it is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial here. Here our n means 6 factorial, and n minus r means 6 minus 3 here. 6 minus 3 factorial. So we can write this one as 6 factorial divided by 3 factorial, right? So we can write the 6 factorial as 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and divide by 6, 3 into 2 into 1. So you can actually cancel out these terms here. Cancel because 6, 3 to 1 and this 3 to 1 cut each other. Then 6 into 5 is 30, 30 into 4 is 120. You can get the NPR value here like this by the calculator at once. Here we have to take 6P3 here. අපි ගන්න ඕනේ 6P3 කියන එකනේ, right? For N and R we substitute our values for in the question. According to our questions, N is 6, R is 3. So we taking this one as 6P3, right? So we can use calculator and get the answer like you can see here, the NP3, NP3, 6P3 value can be taken here by using, you can see, ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කැලේ එක නැහැ නේද බලන්න. ඒක මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරන්නම් පුතා කැලේකින් ගන්න විදිහ ඔයගොල්ලෝ calculators ගත්තට පස්සේ, right? Okay, so you can get the answer NP3 answer at once by calculator as 120. එතකොට මේ calculations මුකුත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕනේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කෙලින්ම 120 answer එක ගන්න. And this is the first method that we are when we are using formulas. Then as the previous one, we can get the answer without formula also. Here you have to imagine like that. You now you have here also you have 3 positions. Then you know that how many digits, how many objects for this first position. Here you know that we have 6 letters here, A, B, C, D, E, F, only make up use current first position. Then when you are allocating one of these 6 objects for first position, where you have to go for the second position here, right? Then how many letters are remaining for the second position? Yes, Lakshita, yes, very good, 5. We have only 5 numbers because we have already allocated one of these 6. අපි හයෙන් මේ position එක first position එකට එකක් allocate කරලා ඉවරයි. එතකොට මේ second position එක හදන්න නම් අපිට තියෙන්නේ අකුරු 5යි. Right? So after filling these 1 and 2 positions, you have to go for the third position. Then how many numbers we have? If we allocated 2 numbers for these 2 positions, we have only 4. Yeah. So we can get the answer by multiplication of these 2 selections, these 3 selections. Then it gives you 6 into 5, 30, 30 into 4, 120. Answer comes without the formula also, right? Any specific calculator using? No. There is no specific calculator model for the university. ඉතින් ඕනෑම එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. උඹලා senior අයගෙන් මොන අහන්නත් පුළුවන්. පරණ model එකේ cal use කරන අයත් ඉන්නවා. ඒ වුණාට ඔයගොල්ලෝ අලුතෙන්ම ගන්නවා නම් අලුත් model එක ගන්න එක හොඳයි. Right? Okay, if you have old model of calculator at home, no need to buy a new model calculator, right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ use කරපු එකක් හරි කලින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අක්කලා අයියලා use කරපු ඒවා හරි තියෙනවා නම් calculators ගෙදර අලුත් එකක් ගන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Right? Okay, then but each of you have the calculator. You have to use the calculator separately in your examinations, right? Examination එකේදී calculators share කරන්න බැහැනේ. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒ වෙලාවේදී නම් calculator එක තමන් ගාව තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Right. Then you have given that how many three-digit numbers can be made in the, I'm discussing the 13th question now, right? 9, 10. I will discuss these three questions quickly, right? How many three-digit numbers can be made from the digits 1, 2, up to 9? If each can be used once, and they are asking how many 7-digit numbers can be made. ඉලක්කම් තුනේ ඉලක්කම් කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද සහ ඉලක්කම් 7 ඉලක්කම් කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා අහනවා මේ digits ටික use කරලා 1 to 9 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 කියන ඉලක්කම් 9 තමයි අපිට use කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ඉලක්කම් 9 use කරලා අකුරු තුනේ ඉලක්කම් තුනේ ඉලක්කම් කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද ඉලක්කම් 7 ඉලක්කම් කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා තමයි මේකෙන් අහන්නේ. Right, okay, we'll see it in the whiteboard. When you're doing this in your statistics subject, you can get the points very well. Sometimes you may not got these things very well today because in previously I'm doing logic and sets, these things when you have already learn these things at once, right? එතකොට අද තමයි මේක ඔයගොල්ලෝ පළවෙනියෙන් ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙන්නේ. ඒක නිසා සමහරක් විට තේරෙන්නේ නැතුව ඇති, but you have to refer the lecture note and you have so many examples in the internet. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන තරම් examples තියෙනවා, questions answers ඔක්කොම එක. ඒක නිසා ඕන තරම් refer කරන්න, self study කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ lesson එක, right? Okay, so in our 13th question, it is asking that how many three-digit numbers can be formed by using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Here, how many objects are there? We have 9 objects here. අපිට තියෙනවා ඉලක්කම් 9ක්. The first part is asking how many three-digit words can be formed. That means our R is 3 here, R equals 3. That means we have 3 selections. So you know that when you're using some when you are arranging when you are forming some arrangements by using numbers, definitely it should be a permutation, right? අපි අංක යොදාගෙන මොන හරි arrangements කරනවා නම් ඒව අනිවාර්යෙන් permutations වෙනවා. මොකද අපි ගත්තොත් දැන් 123යි 123ත් අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ object සමය use කරලා හදන. ඒ වගේම අපිට මේ තුනම use කරලා 1 2 3ම use කරලා ලියන්න පුළුවන් 321 කියලා. නමුත් මේ දෙක එකක් නෙමෙයිනේ. ඒක නිසා definitely the arrangements by using numbers, they should be permutations. මොකද order එක බලපාන නිසා තමයි අපි මේ 123යි 321යි කියන එක දෙකක් කියලා සලකන්නේ නේද? Okay, then we'll see how we get the number of permutations here, number of arrangements by using these ones. It should be NPR. So NPR, that means 9P3. So you have to use the formula. The formula for this one is n factorial n minus r factorial. So our n is 9, 9 factorial divided by 9 minus r, that means 6 factorial, right? 9 minus 3, it is 6, right? So we can take the answer here like this, 96, sorry, 9p3, the answer is 504, because I can expand the solution here. Expand 9 factorial means 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 2 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divide by 6 factorial means 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one is same 6. We can cancel out these two. So we have to take 9 into 8 into 7 as the answer. It is 504. And here, without taking the formula, we can think like that. For this first position, how many numbers are there? We have 9 numbers. After filling our first position, that means after we allocating one number for this first position, we have to go for the second position. We have 8 numbers because we have already allocated one for our first position. And after filling these 2 positions, we have to go for this third position. So since 2 numbers are allocated for this first and second position, we have only 7 numbers for this third position. So you can get the answer 504 by taking the multiplication of these choices as well. Right, someone drop a text. Yeah, Sarah, yes, your answer is correct. Deshan is also correct, very good. Okay, then we'll see our next question. Then 7-digit numbers. 7-digit numbers kiyak hadana pulawanda kiyala tannawa. Okay, we'll see. Here in the question it is given that repetitions are not allowed. Eka question එකේ දෙනවා, right? Repeat කරන්න පුළුවන්ද බැයිද කියන එක. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Repeat කරන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒක question එකේ දෙනවා, right? So we have to find the how many arrangements can be formed by using 7 digits. That means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9 here, right? අපිට තියෙනවා 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 here. So that means we have 9 objects and they are asking to find 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. R is 7 here, 7 choices or selections, right? So we have to take the arrangements like 9p7. So you can take 9 into 8 into 7 factorial. We can short our factorial value for here. අපිට ඕන නම් මේ විදිහට short කරන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද මේ 7 factorial එකත් එක්ක කැපිලා යනවා. Here, so you have to 9 into 8. It gives you 181,440. So the large number of arrangements can be made by using these 9 objects to form 7-digit number. එතකොට මේ වගේ ලොකු ප්‍රමාණයක් අපිට හදන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් එතකොට දැන් අර ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් දැක්ක පළවෙනි ප්‍රශ්නේ අපි කතා කරනකොට අපිට permutations ගන්න ලියන්නත් පුළුවන්. 6ක් වගේ ගානක් ඉන්නේ අපි පටන් ගත්තේ නේද? එතකොට දැන් මම කියන්නේ මේ permutations වැදගත් වෙන්නේ ඇයි මේ වගේ ලොකු ගානක් හදනකොට අපිට අර හිතින් හිත මේක ගන්න පුළුවන් කිය හිතන්න අමාරුයි නේ. ඒක නිසා තමයි මේ වගේ formulas අපි use කරන්නේ මේ වගේ මේ වලට. n-7. Yeah, sorry. Here, sorry, this calculation මේක වැරදුනා. Thank you, Puta. You have to take the 9 factorial and 9 minus 7 factorial. That means 9 factorial divided by 2 factorial here. Sorry, right? Here, so we can use the previous method also. There are 9 numbers for this position. First position 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So after allocating one number for this first position, there are only 8 numbers here. We have only 7 numbers, 6, 5, 4, and 3. So you can take the multiplication of these choices. You can get the same answer like 181,440. The same answer comes with the value here, right? එතකොට මේක අපි expand කළොත් අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 4 3 2 factorial මෙහිම අපිට කෙටි කරන්න පුළුවන් මොකද මේ 2 factorial එකට කැපිලා යන නිසා. So you have to take the multiplication of these numbers for taking this answer, right? Okay, then we'll see the next question quickly. Here, in the 14th question, it is given that a basketball league consists of 12 teams. In how many ways can the team finish in first, second, and third place? Right? එතකොට මේකේ කියනවා basketball තරඟාවලියකට සහභාගී වෙනවලු teams 12. Let's take as LPL or IPL ඒ වගේ එකක් හිතන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට family එකක්, right? එතකොට ඒකේ teams කීයක් තියෙනවද? ඒ teams දැන් මේකේ අපේ question එක කරනවා teams 12ක් තියෙනවා. ඒ teams 12න් 1 2 3 එන්න පුළුවන් arrangements ගාන කීයක් තියෙනවද? right? ඒක තමයි අපි මේකෙදි හොයන්න ඕනේ. teams 12ක් තියෙනවා. ඒ teams 12න් අපි දන්නවා first, second, third places අපි ගන්නවා නේද? තරඟයක. එතකොට ඒකෙදි ඒ විදිහට first, second, third place මේ 12 teams වලට allocate වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක තමයි මේ අහන්නේ. Okay, let's see it in the whiteboard here. Let me explain again. Here we have 12. This is our 14th question. Here we have 12 basketball teams. We take it like from 12 schools. It's called දොළහකින් එක්ක university දොළහකින් teams 12ක් මේ තරඟාවලියට ඉන්නලු. We have 12 teams for this one. That means our N is 12, right? So they are asking how many arrangements can be made for first place, second place, and third place. That means you have R selections for here as well. You can't, in the question it is not given that repeatings are allowed or not, but you must think like that. If this league first place cannot be taken for two or more teams. First place එන්න පුළුවන් එක team එකකට නේද? ඒක first place ආවට පස්සේ ඒ team එක තව team එකක් අපිට allocate කරන්න බෑනේ first place එකට. ඒක තමයි අපි එතෙන්ද හිතන්න ඕනේ repeatings වෙන්නේ නැහැ මේ question එකේ. Right? So our R is 3 here. Right? අපි places තුනකටනේ teams allocate කරන්නේ. So we can take the answer for this one as NPR, right? So it is 12P3. So the answer for this one is 12P3. It is 1,320 is the answer. By imagining how to coincide, then taking that the first some team, our Japura team comes the first place, right? And assume that by allocating via grab our first place, then we have another 11 teams from 11 universities, right? Then assume that second place is gone for Pera, right? Pera the university second place allocate වෙනවා. Now how many for this first place there is a competition with 12 teams. අපි teams 12ක් එක්ක තරඟ කළා තමයි first place වෙන්නේ. Right? After we allocate first place for us, Japura, then how many teams are there for competitive for make competition for second place? There are 12 teams, right? Teams 11ක් ඉන්නවා second place එකට තරඟ කරා. Right? Then after allocating second position, then you have to go for the third position, right? So Japura and Pera, now they have already won first and second place. Then how many teams can make a competition for this third position? We have 10 universities, right? අපිට තව universities හරි මොන හරි schools හරි 10 universities are fighting for this third position. නේද? එතකොට third position එකට තව universities 10ක් මේ තරඟ කරනවා. Right? So by the multiplication of these three choices, we can get the same answer like 1320. Right? Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yes, madam, it's clear.
Okay, thank you, Ishwar. Then shall we go for the next one quickly? I will wind up my tutorial session from this question. Here, how many different 4-digit numerals can be made from the digits 5, 6, 9, 8, and 7? If a digit can appear just once in a numeral. එතකොට මේකේ දීලා තියෙනවා digits අපිට repeat වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. නමුත් මේ කලින් question එකේ දීලා නැහැ repeatings allowed නැත්ද එහෙම කියලා දීලා නැහැ. එතකොට අපි දැනගන්න ඕනේ ඇත්තටම first second place වලට එකකට වැඩිය teams allocate වෙන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක. Right? So here 15 question. How many different 4-digit numerals can be made from the digits? Some digits are given for you, right? So here when yes, for this one, this is our final question of the first tutorial. It is given that 5, I can't remember what are the numbers they used. Give me 1 second. 5, 6, 9, 8, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the digits that we have. අපි තියෙන අංක ටික තමයි මේ ටික. That means we have 5 objects. අපිට numbers 5ක් තියෙනවා. They are asking how to make how many number of arrangements we have to form 4 digits number. ඉලක්කම් 4 අංකයක් හදන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම ටික තමයි යහන්නේ. Number of arrangements to form 4 digit number. අපෙන් අහන්නේ ඉලක්කම් 4 අංක කීයක් හදන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. So according to this one, we have 4 selections for this one, right? So you know that it is a permutation. So we can take the answer by 5p4, right? So you can get the formula for this one, 5 factorial divided by 5 minus 4 factorial, right? So it is 5 factorial divided by 1 factorial. It is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Right? So the answer is 120. Right? And imagine without formula, you can get the answer. Like for this first position, we have 5 digits. And if we allocated 1 for this first position, we have only 4 digits for this position, right? After filling these 2 positions, we can go for the third one. For third one, we have already used 2 from this 5. So we have only 3 positions here. And here, after filling these 3 positions, we have only 2 for the 4th position. So by taking the multiplication of these 4 choices, we can get the same answer, like 120. Right, so I think it's time to wind up our tutorial session for today. Are there any questions about these questions, right? Permutations and combinations. Please refer the lecture note and other questions. If you have any question, and if you think like you want some more questions from these permutations and combinations, because all these questions are allocated only permutations, right? Then I will ask from the madam also whether if it is necessary to discuss some more questions from combinations as well, right? Okay, when then if you, madam says yes, I will add some questions for the second tutorial as well, right? Okay, then let's meet on next Tuesday with second tutorial. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you all. You all are welcome. I'm ending the meeting now. Okay, stay safe.